Well, welcome to another episode, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. And we just witnessed something magical. We just witnessed something historic because Lionel Messi, the king, the GOAT of football, he graced the National Stadium pitch. And he not only graced it, but he left the fans satisfied as he scored with the last kick of the game. We'll be doing a comprehensive review of the game and the experience at the National Stadium. Before we get to that, remember, smash the like button and subscribe to Halftime TV. Big shout out as well to everyone who continues to support Halftime TV on our quest to 25,000 subscribers. If you haven't yet done so, go ahead and check out our Halftime TV vlog as well, where we capture live experiences of the various sporting events. But back to the game. So leading up to this game, lots of the fans, they were skeptic, including myself, if Lionel Messi would be visiting Jamaica, and even if he visited, the amount of time that he would actually get on the pitch. Javier Mascherano, in his press conference yesterday, or should I say the day before yesterday, he indicated that they would be monitoring Lionel Messi and tracking the progress in the training session. He stated that Messi looked good in the training session on Tuesday, and come Wednesday he would determine if Messi would be fit enough to play on Thursday. Now, naturally, Messi traveled to Jamaica on Wednesday. He met with the sports minister, Olivia Babsy-Grange. They went to the National Stadium. They inspected the pitch. They did their walkthrough, etc. And today, as early as 4 p.m. in the evening, the fans were at the National Stadium. Fans started lining up from as early as 4 p.m. in the evening. And for those who don't understand what Messi means to Jamaican fans when in the context of football, I would go as far as saying 30% on average of the Jamaican fans support Argentina because of either Diego Maradona or Lionel Messi. So it's basically been passed down to Lionel Messi, the mantle that Maradona had, because a lot of Maradona's fans, they transitioned over to Lionel Messi when Maradona hung up his boots and Lionel Messi came to the fore, a couple of decades later. So back to the game, I think in the grand scheme of things, Cavalier needed to put everything in this game. It was basically all or nothing. Over two legs, they gave a wonderful showing. They represented Jamaica well, in my opinion. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Jamaica jersey today because I feel proud. I feel proud of the Cavalier team because the average age of the team is 20 years of age. Some of the players on the pitch, when you see them with the ball, you couldn't imagine that these are mere youngsters. I've received so many questions so far about Richard King in particular. Folks asking how old he is, what club he plays for. So I think it not only highlighted the Jamaican football players of the Cavalier team, but it showed that there's a lot of talent in Jamaica that probably need a closer looking. And I think going into the game, although most of the fans that went to the National Stadium, I'd go as far as to say 97 or 98% of the fans who were in the National Stadium were there to see Lionel Messi. A fair result for them would be if Cavalier had won the game and Messi had scored. So I think they got piece of it because Messi scored, but Cavalier is out of the competition, which is, I don't think anyone, at least any of the fans who were in the stadium, will lose sleep over that. But I think the icing on the cake was Messi scoring on the 92nd minute. Not even enough time to kick off the game again, because it was literally the last kick of the game. So to backtrack, Luis Suarez scored a penalty in the first half, a clumsy tackle from the Cavalier defender. The referee didn't call it initially, but he received some help and they ultimately decided that it was a penalty. Suarez, he would be replaced on, I would say, the 54th minute or so by Messi. And it's something that the fans, the cynics, everyone was waiting to see what would happen. The pundits out of Miami, they were saying they weren't sure how much part Messi would play in this game because he's missed the last two games that Inter Miami play. And with a big game coming up on the weekend against Atlanta, they wanted to see if Javier Mascherano would rest Messi throughout the entirety of this game or whether he'd give him some minutes in his legs to prepare him for that big game at the weekend. But it was the latter. Lionel Messi seemed as if he spoke to Mascherano at the halftime break, and soon as the second half started, he was warming up. He was obviously ready to get onto the pitch. And for the Jamaican fans who were in the stands, they were chanting Lionel Messi from the first whistle of the game. And even before that, the fans on the outside, I feel so sorry for them who didn't buy their tickets early. They may very well be kicking themselves right now because they missed out on the opportunity. I think in the initial stages, some of these fans, they were thinking to themselves, probably Messi won't get on the pitch, so we may very well don't need to work ourselves up too much. But if you check out the short that I did, it's on the YouTube channel as well. Fans got crazy. There were some fans jumping the stadium walls. There were fans pushing, crazy stuff happening, all because these fans wanted a glimpse of Messi. So Messi started warming up as soon as the second half started. On the 54th or 53rd minute or so, he replaced Luis Suarez as Javier Mascherano made a double change. He had quite a few touches, but he almost scored with his first kick off the ball, and that one went over the top of the goal. Throughout the game, we could see that he was conserving his energy, as we've grown accustomed to over the last couple of years. As Messi got older, the flair and some of the tricks and things that we used to see with younger Messi at Barcelona, and even to an extent at PSG, we haven't been seeing that over the last couple of years. He's been a bit more conservative, and we saw that in the game tonight as well. It was mostly one-touch football, link-up play, that sort of thing. And when he got the opportunity on the last minute, he buried it. Now for player rating, I think Cavalier, they should be proud of themselves, right? They should be proud of themselves. Jamaro Calvin, the Cavalier youngster, the Cavalier speedster, he gave a good account of himself. Richard King, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, a good account of himself as well. I think Cavalier as a team, they played proper football. They played some complete football, but it was just missing that little bit of end product. And I think if they had that tonight, they would have gotten a result from this game. They played, I think, up until the final third, everything went well for Cavalier for the most part. And over two legs, they at least deserved to get a goal, in my opinion, on the grand scheme of things. Inter Miami won both legs 2-0. The first leg, Luis Suarez, he got on the score sheet. Second leg, he got on the score sheet as well. But as I mentioned, I think Cavalier deserved at least a goal from their showing over two legs. But again, to the Jamaican fans who got the opportunity to see Lionel Messi, above all things, I'm happy for them, right? I'm happy for them because so often this season we've seen where fans pay thousands and hundreds of dollars to book tickets to MLS games and end up being disappointed because Lionel Messi either doesn't play or he doesn't show up. And I think this is my opinion, I think Concacaf made it clear to Javier Mascherano that they needed to do what they needed to do to ensure that Messi got on the pitch because the Jamaican fans were desperate to see him. So I think for the fans who went to the National Stadium, who bought their tickets early and they showed up to the National Stadium, I'm happy they got the opportunity, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see Lionel Messi. I don't think he'll come back to Jamaica. I don't think he'll ever play at the National Stadium again. It was his first time, and it may very well be his last time. And to the 35,000 strong who gathered in the National Stadium, you are a lucky few, and I think this moment is a moment that should be cherished, right? I know Cavalier lost, the team that was representing Jamaica lost, but to most Jamaican fans, Lionel Messi means so much than just this game. To most Jamaican fans who support football and who watch football, Lionel Messi he's a martyr, and I'll leave it at that. He's a martyr. He is the epitome of football, and a lot of the youngsters who play football in Jamaica, they love football because of Messi. When you looked in the stands this evening, you saw Barcelona jerseys, you saw Argentina jerseys more than anything else. You saw Argentina and Barcelona jerseys more than anything else because they were there to see Lionel Messi, and they not only got the opportunity to see him, but they got the opportunity to see him score at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. So fantastic showing for Cavalier over two legs. happy for the fans who got to see Lionel Messi. I think the cameo that he gave, I'm glad it was what, close, roughly 40 minutes, 30 something minutes. I'm glad it wasn't a 10-minute or 15-minute cameo. The fans got all of 30 plus minutes to see Messi in all his greatness on the National Stadium pitch. And to the Jamaican players who represented and represented well, you did yourselves proud. You did the Jamaican fans proud. And I think there will be a lot of eyes paying attention on this Cavalier team because there's a lot of quality in the team. And don't be surprised if a few of these players earn themselves a big move to Europe or the United States or wherever. But they'll be playing outside of Jamaica very, very soon. So that's my take. I think it was a fantastic game of football. I think Cavalier probably deserved a goal for their showing over two legs. But all in all, I think everyone left the National Stadium satisfied. Even the players on the pitch for Cavalier, although they lost, they got the opportunity to share the pitch with Messi. And it wasn't just showing respect to Messi, it was showing Messi that, hey, we can play as well. So big up to the Cavalier team, big up to Lionel Messi, and big up to the 35,000 fans that showed up to the National Stadium to to support Cavalier, to see Lionel Messi and to support Cavalier FC. All right, after MCV here is saying, remember, like, share, and subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your takeaways from this game? Lionel Messi basically putting the final nail in the coffin to send Cavalier home and to progress with his Inter Miami team to the next round of the Concacaf Championship. Let's hear it below. Until next time.